country and we're under attack. They banning us, they cancel us for speaking the facts. If you man enough, come stand with us, take USA back. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags. American flags. American flags. And every time we pull up, all you're gonna see is American flags.
I ain't never gonna pretend that I give a damn. Anybody who's offended, come get it, we throwing hands. Anybody not trying to make America great again, you a punk, you a clown, better know where I stand. I'm the white boy with the middle fingers in the air, dog.
We don't give a what.
100 white boys gonna hold me down anywhere, dog.
We think that you suck.
My patriots, the crazy.
The victim was brought over from South Korea sometime in the summer under the guise or under what she thought to believe joining a religious organization.
That victim's body was discovered by police late Tuesday night in the trunk of a car in front of the Jeju Spa parking lot. The victim's name hasn't been released since her family lives out of the country and hasn't yet been notified. But these are the suspects who are now under arrest in her murder. Eric Young, who police say was driving the car containing her body, Junho Lee, Gawam Lee, Hyun-ji Lee, and a juvenile only 14 years old. They're all facing charges of false imprisonment, felony murder, concealing the death of another, and tampering with evidence. The warrants state that the victim was confined without legal authority. She became malnourished, was beaten, and ultimately died. Warrants also state they did hide the victim in a room of a home, then wrapped her body in a blanket, put it in a trunk that was later left at the Jeju sauna.
I believe she might have been deceased sometime late August. She might have been in the back of the vehicle for a few days.
Police say this is a picture of the basement where the victim was kept, beaten, and ultimately starved to death.
Five Korean-American adults and a teenager, so total 6 suspects, were arrested on murder charges after the decomposing body of a female was discovered in the trunk of a car outside of a Korean spa in Duluth, Georgia. Police identified the 6 suspects: Eric Hyun, 26, Ga-won Lee, 26, Junho Lee, 26, Junhyun Lee, 22, and Hyunji Lee, 25, and one 15-year-old juvenile, whose photo is not disclosed. And they are charged with felony murder, false imprisonment, tampering with evidence, and concealing a death. What's more shocking is that all of suspects refer to themselves as belonging to Soldiers of Christ. So there's a chance that the murder case may be related to the religious matters. According to Gwinnett County Police Department, officers responded to a call at about 10:50 p.m. on September 12th about suspicious activity taking place at a business in the 3500 block of Gwinnett Place Drive, where 24-hour Korean Spa is located. At the scene, responding officers found what appeared to be the deceased body in the trunk of a parked silver Jaguar sedan outside of a Korean spa. According to the examiner, the victim weighed only 70 pounds at the time of her death, found signs of beatings and malnourishment, which believed to be the cause of her death, and found the body could have been sitting in the trunk for a few days. After investigating the crime scene, authorities found Eric Hyun, one of 6 suspects, drove the silver Jaguar which the corpse was in. According to officials, after Hyun parked the car near the sauna, he called his family member to pick him up to the hospital. While he was in the hospital, Hyun asked his family member to retrieve something for him from the car, and that's when the family member of Hyun noticed something in the car trunk, prompting him to call 911. After finding clues, police executed a search warrant in a home which believed to be associated with Hyun and found evidence to suggest the basement of the home was where the crime took place. Then, including Hyun, all 6 6 suspects whom have been living together in the place arrested. Police said the female victim is in her 20s to mid-30s and she was from South Korea to Georgia this summer to join a religious group called the Soldiers of Christ, but was reportedly bitten and starved to death. The victim has not been identified because of her next of kin is in South Korea, have not been notified of her death yet.
A woman's body was found in the trunk of a car outside of a spa in Georgia. 6 people have been arrested and charged with murder, 5 adults and a 15-year-old. They are members of a religious group called Soldiers of Christ. This is in Georgia. Here's how the body was found. I was thinking about this too. The driver of the car that took the car there and parked it, H-Y-U-N, I don't know if you pronounce that, Hun. He parked the car, he called a friend to come and pick him up. Friend came and picked him up, but took him to the hospital for some reason, some injury unrelated to any of this stuff. But Hun remembered he left something in the car, so told the friend to go to the car and get this personal item out. The friend did. The friend discovered the body in the trunk. So the friend calls 911. The woman, the medical examiner said she died of starvation and was beat to death and then eventually died. She didn't die. They said it was probably about a 2-week period. So the woman was from South Korea. She came, a neighbor said he thinks she moved in where this murder took place in a basement of the house about a year ago. So, and she wanted to join and be a member of the Soldiers of Christ. So all 6 of these people have been charged with first-degree murder. There's gonna be a lot more come out about this.